So this is Aishwarya, Assistant Professor, ECE Department, SNS institutions. I'm a lifelong learner and a believer in the power of transform. Where it begins. In the beginning, everything felt like chaos. Stepping into the classroom for the first time as a faculty member, I could feel the same the uncertainty the student felt. Would they listen? Would they understand? Like that. Those few months were filled with friction and frustration. Lesson plans that didn't land, ideas that felt half built, and questions I couldn't answer right away. Every bit of chaos carries a hidden seed of creation. That belief became my foundation. I started my observing my students more closely, not just how they performed, but how they felt. Many of them were brilliant but disconnected. They didn't see how how what they learned it's changed someone's life. That's when the design thinking entered my journey. It was not just a methodology, it was a mirror. It made me see teaching as empathy in action. Understanding, defining, ideating, prototyping, testing, not like design, it's but how I guided my students. The classroom changed. Instead of me teaching, we learning together. The shift was quiet but powerful. That was my first true step from teacher to mentor. Once I found my why, I needed a structure. That is, 3P culture and 3C framework become my compass. Purpose, process, people. These becomes my anchors, attitude, logic, and technique. So this is my students' toolkit. Built a little ecosystem of growth through 5 pillars, that is CLT, CFC, SED, IAPC, and SRA. Learning continuously, upskilling together, and innovating fearlessly, and networking behind comfort zones. Through these pine clubs, I saw my students just as engineers, but as complete humans, coding, yes, playing, singing, dancing, and smiling. It reminded me the education it's not about finishing the syllabus. It's beginning of a journey within. Then came the phase where everything started to bloom. The innovation 7 plus 7 become the playground of imaginations. I watched shy students turned into confident thinkers, building prototypes, presenting ideas, and taking risks. Through GenAI enablement, I learned along through them, exploring how the AI transform electronics and communication engineers, how data could breathe intelligence into system, and how collaboration could multiply innovation. Each become had a story, and every story had an heartbeat. So that is curiosity. And my students started to earning a certification in AI, IoT, embedded system. So it felt like watching them a fragment, collect fragment of their future. I wasn't teaching anymore. I was witnessing transformation. This is where the journey turned from individual growth to collaborative excellence. We started setting smart OKR goals, measurable, meaningful, and motivating. And we celebrated every small win, every successful test, and every new idea, every student who dared to behind. Through these steps, we aligned with the bigger dreams. That is the 1000 AA startup mission. That someday one of my students, once unsure and hesitant, will lead their own creation. And I will get to smile quietly, mm, knowing I was a small part of their spark. Excellence, it's not an ending, it's the courage to keep creation again and again. Today, where enter in my class, I carry every story of my challenges with me. I no longer see myself as just a teacher. I'm a learner, I'm a guide, a co-creator of possibilities. The essence roadmap, it's just not an institutional philosophy to me. It's my personal reflection. It taught me that growth begins with chaos. Creation, it's born from empathy, and true excellence comes when logic meets love. Every project I mentor, every idea I listen to, every student I believe in is a steps in this ongoing journey. And so my story will continue one challenge at a time, one idea at a time, one creation at a time. Because I believe from chaos to creation, there is always a way forward. Thank you.